Quite an interesting day in Nigeria. All right, so let's move on now to election matters. The Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, on Monday in Abuja dismissed the request by the presidential candidates of both the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party, Peter Obi, for the live stream of proceedings of their petition against the election and declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of last presidential election. The court, in a unanimous ruling delivered by the chairman of the court, Justice Haruna Samani, dismissed the application for lacking in merit. They held that the request was though novel but not supported by any law in the country for now. Justice Samani further held that granting a live telecast of the proceedings of the petition would not add any totalitarian value to the petition. The chairman of the panel finally held that the petition was without merit and subsequently dismissed it.
Once we see what we want, we will let everybody know, including you, the media. Because the bottom line of the presidential election is the beavers. That's why we want to see it. So once we see it and we are satisfied, we will make it known to the court. Well, they've given their reasons. The court says it's a policy matter. We are not part of the policy-making apparatus of the court, or any court for that matter. We are a council, and our duty is to bring whatever requests we have to the court. If they agree, we say as the court pleases. If they disagree, we still say as the court pleases. So that's the position. They have disagreed, and we are moving on.
Well, there is no setback here. The court, in its wisdom, decided that the subject of our application, i.e. the live streaming and open telecast, is not in any way connected with the merits of our petition. The petition is separate, it's ongoing. The application did not succeed to have the televised version of the proceedings relate to the entire world. And as far as we are concerned, we are now set for hearing. Tomorrow we'll be here by God's grace for a pre-hearing report that will determine the progress of the petition and the time the petition will be heard and concluded.
Meanwhile, the All Progressive Congress and its standard bearer, Bola Tinubu, on Monday rejected the proposal to consolidate the three surviving petitions being heard at the Presidential Election Petition Court, wherein the outcome of the February 25 presidential election is being challenged. Tinubu, through his team of lawyers led by Akin Olujimi, senior advocate of Nigeria, stated that consolidating all the petitions would strongly affect his ability to defend all the issues that were raised against him. He asserted that the petitioners are seeking different reliefs. Similarly, counsel for the APC, Charles Edonsowam, senior advocate of Nigeria, stated that consolidating the petitions will be against the interest of justice. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission said it will leave the issue of the consolidation to the court's discretion. And then in another development, the Supreme Court has fixed May the 26th to deliver judgment on a suit seeking the disqualification of Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, the presidential and vice presidential candidates of the All Progressive Congress, in the last elections. The judgment will be delivered 3 days before the inauguration of the president-elect and the vice president-elect. The PDP in the suit filed on the 28th of July 2022 claimed Shettima's nomination as Tinubu's running mate was in breach of the provisions of Section 29, subsection 1, 33, 35, and 84, subsection 1 and 2 of the Electoral Act 2022. The party argued that Shettima's nomination to contest the position of Vice President and Borno Central Senatorial seat at the same time contravened the law. The PDP, which sought an order disqualifying the APC, Tinubu and Shatima from contesting the presidential election, also sought an order nullifying their candidacies. However, Inyangoko, the trial judge at the Court of Appeal, dismissed the suit on the grounds that the PDP lacked the local standing to institute the suit, but the PDP appealed the judgment. And still on judicial matters, the Federal High Court, Abuja, on Monday fixed a suit filed by Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, against the Department of State Services for the adoption of processes. The matter was fixed for the 20th of June by the court registrar for the adoption of applications filed by the parties following the absence of Justice Binta Nyako in court. Justice Nyako was said to have gone for official assignment. Recall that the judge had on the 3rd of May warned lawyers to the DSS and Kano against truncating proceedings at the next adjourned date. Nyako gave the warning following the day's proceeding that could not go on due to the oral application by DSS counsel Idowu Awo seeking for more time to respond to a further affidavit sent on him by Kano's lawyer Mike Ezekome, senior advocate of Nigeria, in the open court. And now moving away from judicial matters, the leadership of the Nigeria Association of Resident Doctors NARD has suspended its one-week warning strike, which it embarked upon on Wednesday, the 17th of May. The president of the association, Dr. Emeka Oji, told our news media via a telephone conversation that the association suspended the action for 2 weeks after reaching some agreement with the government on Friday. He, however, stated that the doctors will meet again on the 2nd day of June this year to review progress made with the agreement signed, after which the association will decide on their next line of action. The resident doctors and the federal government have reached an agreement over the 5-day warning strike embarked upon by the association. On the 17th of May, NARD began a 5-day warning strike to press home its demands after a 14-day ultimatum to the government lapsed. The Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, Yubek Hamid Boboyi, has called on the need to strategize and find ways to understand the educational challenges in basic education and how best to address them. Boboyi disclosed this on Monday in Abuja at the one-day Basic Education Colloquium in honor and memory of the pioneer Executive Secretary of the Commission, Professor Gidado Tahir. The colloquium has the theme, The Nigerian Child, Dynamics of Educational Opportunities. And our correspondent, Mirana Nakimo, reported that the idea of a colloquium was to project the kind of dynamics and challenges within the basic education subsector in the area of funding, school attendance, and teacher development within the context of the legacies of the Tahir, according to Boboyi.
UBEC has always been involved in this kind of projects because we have always believed that you need to engage, you need to discuss, you need to strategize, and you need to also get involved in research projects that can help you understand better those challenges and how best isn't it to address them. So it's a continuous process. We have always been engaged in this kind of colloquia. We have a standing research committee that had been headed earlier by Professor Gidado Tahir, but now we have to look for a new chairman. And as you know, we have also just finished the 2022. We are just preparing the report for the 2022 National Personnel Audit, the school census, as well as assessment of learning in education. So that is one of the largest, as I said the last time, in Africa, that will give us an idea of whether our children are learning or not, isn't it the extent to which they are learning, areas in which we are having difficulties, and it's quite an extensive exercise with the support of UNICEF and CETO of Netherlands. So we are engaged in this, and I think we have to do it for the interest of the basic education sector and for the development of basic education in Nigeria.
It is noteworthy that today's event is a wake-up call to all of us in the education sector, particularly to the plight of the Nigerian child, the potential inherent and the opportunities that abound in the educational space, both locally and globally.
The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASTMA, has hosted the Sierra Leone transport officials on effective and efficient traffic management in Lagos. General Manager LASTMA Bolaji Oregba welcoming the Sierra Leonean traffic officials to his office at Oshodi, disclosed that the main purpose for the establishment of the agency in the year 2000 by the then administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was to transform the state transportation system and to ensure free flow of traffic and reduction in road accidents within Lagos. Oregba disclosed that further that to properly manage and control traffic in Lagos, the agency operates an efficient operational guideline which comprises of 7 controllers that covers the 3 senatorial districts of the state, 21 commanders and 45 zonal heads, including the BRT 1 and 2 as well as the free trade zone. The Director, Ministry of Transportation and Aviation of Sierra Leone and leader of the team, Hindolo Siaka, told Bolaji Oregba thanked Bolaji Oregba for the detailed presentation of the agency's operational guidelines and legal framework in line with the dictates of effective traffic management and control. All right, moving on to other stories now. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll bring you these ones from the foreign scene.
What about the children?
MITV Star FM 101.5 presents Children's Day Fun Fair 2023, featuring special side attraction which include match pass, recitation, drama, choreography, and loads more. Other side attraction include performance from celebrity artists, dance competition, comedy, and many more. The venue is MITV Carnival Ground, Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. The date is Saturday, the 27th of May, 2023. Time 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Access fee per child 2,000 naira. So here is calling on school proprietors, parents, guardians, vendors, and sponsors to seize this opportunity. For more enquiries, call 0905 181 4588, 0803 401 5764, and 0818 726 0295. It's the MITV Star FM Children's Fun Fair. Come, let's celebrate this Universal Children's Day. It will be fun all the way.
Yes. Welcome back. At least 20 people died in a school dormitory fire in the central Guyana mining town, government announced in a statement on Sunday night. The statement said the death toll had risen to 20 and several people were injured in the fire at the Mahdia Secondary School. The death toll had risen to 20 and as many as were injured have been treated in the Central Hospital. Now, the South American nation's President Irfan Ali said he had ordered arrangements to be made in the capital, Georgetown's 2 major hospitals, so that every single child who requires attention are given the best possible opportunity to get it. The private and military planes have been sent to Mahdia, located about 200 kilometers south of Georgetown, as the region is heavily affected by heavy rains. And the Israeli army has killed 3 Palestinian men during a large-scale raid on the Bolata refugee camp in the city of Nablus in the northern occupied West Bank. The Palestinian Health Ministry identified the 3 killed on Monday morning as Muhammad Abu Zaitan, 32, Fatih Abu Rizq, 30, and Abdullah Abu Hamdan, 24. At least 7 other Palestinians were injured, including 4 with live ammunition, and dozens of others suffered tear gas inhalation, according to the ministry. Hundreds of Israeli soldiers and special forces participated in the raid that began at about 1 a.m. and continues till 5 a.m. U.S. President Joe Biden and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, have spoken on the phone in a change of tone in stalled talks on lifting the U.S. debt ceiling. The president told reporters the call went well as he arrived back to the White House, from the G7 summit in Japan. The 2 sides remain at odds over budget cuts demanded by Republicans as a condition for raising the ceiling, as failure to do so by June could result in the U.S. defaulting on its debt. That would mean the federal government could not borrow more money or pay all its bills. Right, that's it from the news or from the international scene. We'll now bring you sports stories after this break. Welcome back. Spanish prosecutors opened a probe Monday into racist chants aimed at Real Madrid star forward Vinicius Jr. during a match, as the Football Federation president admitted the country had a problem with racism. The 22-year-old Brazilian international forward was targeted by a home supporter during a 1-0 defeat at Valencia on Sunday and was later sent off. The prosecutor's office in Valencia is investigating the incident as a possible hate crime, a judicial source said. The move comes after Real Madrid said it had filed a complaint with the office in order for the facts to be investigated and for those responsible to be held accountable. And Britain's world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury says he's seriously exploring the possibility of a fight in Australia, where the unbeaten Briton is currently to support close friend and former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker in his bout against Fagea Opelu on Wednesday. The 34-year-old Fury, who boasts a record of 33 wins from 34 fights with 1 draw, is visiting Australia for the first time. The Fury hasn't fought since retaining his World Boxing Council title with a decisive stoppage over British rival Derek Chisora in December, with nothing else yet lined up. And in basketball, Gabe Vincent scored 29 points to help the host Miami Heat move within 1 win of their second NBA Finals appearance in 4 seasons, courtesy a 128-102 victory over the Boston Celtics. Vincent made 11 of 14 shots from the floor, including 6 of 9 from three-point range, and Duncan Robinson and Caleb Martin scored 22 and 18 points off the bench, respectively. Jimmy Butler collected 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists for 8-seeded Miami. And that's it on our Primetime News tonight, and many thanks for joining us. Visit our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at MITV_NG, or you simply go to our YouTube channel and follow us at MITV Nigeria. Just click the subscribe button and you get to be a part of our programs daily. I am Tomisi Adebukola. Do have a lovely night rest. Good night.